I don't want to wake up anywhere else.
I woke up in the middle of the night, opened my eyes, said my oh my, I'm dreaming you. Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Man, valet took forever.
There's no valet here.
Who took my... That could have been bad.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Kin's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
What's your convenience emergency? When you're late for work but need your caffeine? Stop, shop, and roll. Headed to the big game but need ice, drinks, and munchies? Stop, shop, and roll. On your way home but you gotta grab some cold ones? Stop, shop, and roll. No matter what, the solution is Stop and Shop in Crete. Always open so you can get in, out, and on your way. So remember, in case of a convenience emergency, stop, shop, and roll. Stop and Shop, East Highway 33 in Crete.
Hey, grab me one too.
Leading off, the second baseman, number 22, Ricky Akamoto. Batting second, the center fielder, number 3, Chase Burke. Batting third, designated hitter, number 4, Alex Alva. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 17, Jordan Singleton. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 25, Julian Sansoros. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 11, Isaiah Roebuck. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 18, Hayden Brown. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 12, Jackson Bonneville. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 15, Jet Nelson. Pitching for Jamestown, number 5, Cade Torgerson. Here is the batting order for your Doane Tigers. Leading off, the designated hitter, number 3, Logan Amick. Batting second, the shortstop, number 7, Narumi Akayasu. Batting third, the left fielder, number 14, Joe Osborne. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 1, Justin Nevels. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 17, Dane Kelsey. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 10, Aaron Volcano. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 38, Nate Minsick. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 4, Max Harris. And catching and batting ninth, number 9, Ben Grigsby. Pitching for the Tigers, number 40, Aaron Forrest.
And welcome fans to Crete, Nebraska for the GPAC baseball tournament as we get ready for game 2 here today. In our opening game, we had a great pitching duel that was won by Northwestern 2-1. Today's games are 7-inning contests due to the late start here today. No lights here at the facility, so to make sure both teams had a chance to get their games in, the two games are 7 innings. Great job by the Doane baseball team to get the field playable despite having tarp on the field. We had about an inch of rain in about a 2-hour span yesterday, and that rain settled in foul territory in front of the dugouts, making it pretty dangerous if we would have tried to play at noon. But a great job by the Tigers to get things going, and we were able to get game 1 in without an issue, and game 2 getting ready right here for you on the Doane Sports Network. Aaron Forrest on the hill for the Tigers. 9-0 record on the season. Ricky Akamoto will lead off for the Jimmies, left-handed batter. Akamoto comes into play today, batting .360. Limited at bats, only 25 on the season. First pitch is a called strike. 5-0-1 is our first pitch. Forrest set, pitch on the way. Comes in high for a ball, count 1-0, or 1-1. Forrest has his sign, and the pitch. Breaking ball, outside corner for a called strike. Defensively for the Tigers, Osborne is in left, Volcano in center, Mensick in right. Nevels at third, Okayasu at short, Kelsey at second, Harris over at first, and Grigsby behind the plate for Forrest. Pitch taken outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. First batter of our second game here in the Doane bracket. Fastball missing away, ball 3. So the count worked full by Akamoto. Forrest comes set. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good start for Forrest. So they'll bring up Chase Burke, the center fielder for Jamestown. Burke batting .333 entering play today. He's a guy you want to keep off the bases, has 26 steals on the year. First pitch, breaking ball, missing inside ball one. Forrest set the pitch. Swung on, ground ball towards short. Okayasu. Throw over to first is in time for out number 2. So with 2 down, that brings up Alex Alva, the designated hitter. Alva batting .348. Leads the team with 17 doubles this year. Shows bunt, pulls it back, pitch taken low and inside, ball 1. Forrest set, next pitch, swung on, liner back up the middle, through for a base hit. So the Jimmies have the first base runner with 2 down in the first inning. Now bring up Jordan Singleton.
Number 17, Jordan Singleton.
Singleton, the Jamestown catcher. Batting .328 on the year. Jamestown on the season batting .298. They entered play today. First pitch, just missing the outside corner for ball 1. Singleton, left-handed batter, hits out of the open stance. Next pitch, missing low, ball 2. Two and 0 the count. As Forrest comes set. The pitch, called strike. Count moves to 2-1. In the dirt for ball 3. Grigsby blocks it, holding Alva on at first base. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner goes, pitch taken for a called strike, throw down, not in time. So stolen base for Alva, but the count now full at 3-2. So Alva gets his 10th stolen base of the season. Forrest set the payoff pitch. Swung on, ground ball, gloved by Nevels at third. Throw across, in time to end the inning. So for Jamestown, no runs on a hit. There were no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Jamestown 0, Doane coming up. And welcome back as we get set for the bottom of the first inning. Logan Amick will lead things off for the Tigers. Cade Torgerson on the hill for Jamestown comes in with a 7-2 record on the season. First pitch from Torgerson. Going to be taken for a called strike. Amick batting .355 on the year. Next pitch fouled off out of play. Count 0-2. Torgerson set. The pitch. Comes in high, ball one. Now the 1-2. Swung on. Lifted into center field. Moving over is Burke into right center. Making the catch for out number one. So I'll bring up Okayasu. Tigers shortstop batting .342. Doan on the season batting .306 overall. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch swung on and missed. Defensively for Jamestown, you have Roebuck in left, Burke in center, Brown in right, Bonneville at third, Nelson at short. Okamoto is at second, Sansora is at first, Singleton behind the plate. Okayasu showed bunt, pulled it back, took the pitch for a ball, and the count evens out at 1-1. Next pitch. Outside, ball two. Torgerson went fastball, missed outside. So Okayasu ahead in the count, 2 balls a strike. Outside, catching the corner. The count now evens out at 2-2. Kick, the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Gloved over at first by Sansores. Flips to Torgerson covering for out number 2. So I'll bring up Joe Osborne. So Osborne steps in, and Roebuck has been told to go all the way back to the warning track out in left field. First pitch is a called strike to Osborne. Definitely the deepest we've seen somebody play against Osborne this season in left field. Next pitch is going to be a called strike. Count 0-2. Pitch swung on, grounded foul, third base side. So the count holds at 0-2. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be outside. Count now 1-2. Now the 1-2. Runs high and tight for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes the count with 2 down. Bottom of the first inning. Pitch on the way. It's going to miss outside for ball 3. Justin Nevels will bat next if Osborne extends the inning. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, lined into left field. That's down for a base hit. Osborne rounds first, takes a look and holds up there with a long single.
Third baseman, number 1, Justin Nevels.
They'll bring up Nevels. So Osborne adding to his .367 average. Now Nevels comes in batting .352. Leads the team with 16 doubles this year. First pitch. It's going to be a called strike. Count 0-1. Swung on. That's hit into center field. Going back and making the catch is Burke to end the inning. So for Doe, no runs on a hit. There were no errors and 1 left on. After 1 inning, we are scoreless. Sansores will lead off for Jamestown as we go to the second inning. First pitch from Forrest, fouled off out of play. Count 0-1. Next pitch missing low. One ball, 1 strike to count. The pitch. In there for a called strike. Count now 1-2. Swung on, lifted into shallow center. Going back is Kelsey, coming in as Volcano. It's going to drop in for a base hit. So a flare single for Sansores. I'll bring up Roebuck. Roebuck batting .269 on the year. First pitch can be taken for a ball. So Roebuck was squared around on the first pitch. We'll see if he still is potentially bunting in the situation. Does square around, bunts it up the first baseline, foul. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. One ball, one strike to count. Pitch by Forrest. Bunt is down. Forrest has it. Throw over to first in time. So the sacrifice executed, 1-3. Sanzores moves up to second base, and that'll bring up Brown. Brown batting .305. Pitch in for a called strike, and the count 0-1. Next pitch from Forrest. Swung on and missed. Count 0-2. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Grigsby. One ball, two strikes to count. Brown steps back in. Forrest nods, has his sign. The pitch. Just off the plate. Ball two. So the count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball up the first baseline, foul. Forrest comes set. And the 2-2. Called strike 3, outside corner. Brown down on strikes. And they'll bring up Bonneville. First pitch is a called strike to Bonneville. Comes in batting .287. Next pitch. Missing low. Ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to count. Forrest set. And the pitch. Fastball strike. Count now 1-2. The kick, the pitch. Swung on, lifted down the right field line, foul territory. Harris moving over. And it was caught for out number 3. So for Jamestown, no runs on a hit. There are no errors, 1 left on. Go to the bottom of the second, scoreless. And welcome back as we go to the bottom of the second inning. 5, 6, 7 in the Doan order. Dane Kelsey will lead things off, batting .329. First pitch from Torgerson. Swung on. Chopper right out in front of the plate. It's a fair ball. Throw to first is going to be in time as Sansora is able to get his foot back on the bag.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 10, Aaron Volcano.
So that brings up Volcano with one down. Volcano batting .287. First pitch swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Torgerson gets his sign from Singleton. The pitch swung on, lifted into shallow right, and it's going to be down for a base hit. Brown picks it up, throws it back in.
Right fielder, number 38,
So a flare single
Mensick.
will bring up Nate Mensick. So Mensick steps in, batting .209, has a team high 5 triples on the year. Also has 7 doubles and 3 home runs. Takes the first pitch for a called strike in the count, 0-1. Next pitch, missing outside, ball 1. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. Volcano leads off at first. The 1-1 pitch swung on, fouled off out of play. Count now 1-2. Torgerson comes set. Throw over to first. Volcano back in safely, standing up. Now the 1-2 pitch. Runs high, ball 2. Two and two the count. Another throw over to first. And Volcano in, standing up once again. Has not taken an extended lead. 2-2 pitch. Foul tipped. Mensick stays alive. Two and two the count. One down. Runner at first for Doan in the bottom of the second. Pitch. Swung on. In on the hands and popped up. And taking it is the shortstop Nelson.
The first baseman, number 4, Max Harris.
So I'll bring up Harris. Harris steps in, batting .361. First pitch swung on, fouled off out of play. Count 0-1. Next pitch to Harris, swung on, ground ball, snagged by Torgerson. flips over to first to end the inning. So for Doane, no runs on a hit, there were no errors, and one left on. After 2 innings, we are still scoreless. Jet Nelson will lead off for Jamestown as we go to the 3rd inning. Nelson batting .333. First pitch missing low for a ball. Next pitch, swung on, ground ball to short. Okayasu, throw to first is in time.
Second baseman Ricky Akamoto.
Back to the top of the order with Akamoto. So through 2 innings, both teams have sent 8 batters to the plate. Both teams have 2 hits apiece. Akamoto at the plate. First pitch from Forrest, and therefore called strike. Count 0-1. Next pitch from Forrest. Missing outside. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. Akamoto struck out in his first plate appearance. Next pitch tails away for ball 2. Count 2-1. Forrest comes set. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count evens out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swung on, slow roller up the third baseline. It's going to die in the grass for an infield single. The swinging bunt works out for the Jimmies.
Center fielder Chase Burke.
So 1 on with 1 out. Now bring up Burke. Runner goes, pitch taken low for a ball. Throw down is going to be in time. Ben Grigsby throws Akamoto out. So 1 ball, no strikes to count. Next pitch fouled off out of play. Count evens out at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. And Burke unable to hold up on his check swing attempt. The count now 1-2. For set the pitch. Misses low inside. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. Fastball. Forrest does not get the call. Count now full at 3-2. Maybe missed just low. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on, ground ball through the right side for a base hit.
Designated hitter Alex Alba.
So we'll see how quickly they potentially put Burke into motion over at first base. Fixing the second base bag currently out on the field. Again, Burke with 26 stolen bases on the year. Looks like the issue is the bag maybe not squared up with the respective bases. But Okayasu able to get it taken care of. So Alva will step in. First pitch, taken in the dirt for ball 1. Burke takes his lead off of first. The pitch, called strike inside corner. One and one the count. Runner goes, pitch taken low and away. Throw down is not in time. Close at second, but Burke able to steal the bag. Two and one the count. Pitch on the way, swung on, pop foul, out of play. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Forrest comes set. The pitch. Swung on, popped up down the left field line. Neville's in foul territory from his third base position. Makes the catch for out number 3. So for Jamestown, no runs on, 2 hits. There were no errors, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the third in a scoreless ball game. So Grigsby will lead off for Doane as we go to the bottom of the third inning. First pitch, swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Next pitch to Grigsby, misses outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. So 9, 1, and 2 in the Tiger order. As Grigsby sends it into center field. Burke is there, makes the catch. And there's 1 down. That'll bring up Amick. Amick flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Next pitch, ground ball to third. Gloved by Bonneville. Throw to first is going to be thrown away. And Amick will reach on the air. So I'll bring up Okayasu. First pitch from Okayasu. It's going to be taken for a called strike. So he showed bunt, pulled it back. Okayasu bunts it foul. Count 0-2. So Okayasu waiting at the plate. Torgerson comes set. Going to throw over to first. Next pitch. Low and away. Ball 1. Now the 1-2. Swung on the line right back at Torgerson. Knocked it down, goes to second for the force.
Left fielder Joe Osborne.
Ball was smoked right back at Torgerson. Was in and out of his glove, but he was able to recover and get the force out at second base as Amick had to hold up at first. I'll bring up Joe Osborne, who singled in his first at-bat. First pitch swung on, hit into right field, deep. Going back is Brown, jumps, and it's out of here! Opposite field home run for Joe Osborne.
Two-run home run for Joe Osborne. The third baseman, Justin Neville.
So Osborne with his 12th home run of the season puts Doane on the board first. And I'll bring up Justin Nevels. Tiger third baseman waits at the plate. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. Next pitch, line down the right field line, foul. One and one the count. The pitch, swung on ground ball to second. Akamoto throws to first to end the inning. But Doan gets 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and no one left on. After 3 innings, Doan leads 2-0. Singleton will lead off for Jamestown as we go to the 4th inning. First pitch from Forrest, called strike, outside corner. Oh, and 1 the count. The pitch, missing for a ball. The count 1-1. Forrest has a sign from Grigsby. The 1-1. This is away. Ball 2. Two and 1 the count. The pitch. Ground ball. Okayasu, off balance throw across, is in time. What a play by Okayasu.
First baseman Julian Sansoros.
That brings up Sansoros. Coach Hager wants to have a visit with the first base umpire. So while we have a moment, take a look at the bracket over in Seward. They started at 4 o'clock with their first game. Midland is leading Briar Cliff. That is the 3-6 game, or correction, 4-5 game. Briar Cliff the 4, Midland the 5. Midland leading Briar Cliff 7-3 in the 7th inning. Mount Marty Concordia will play at 7 o'clock. First pitch to Sansoras fouled off, and the count 0-1. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses inside. 1-1 the count. Another breaking ball. That one's going to drop in on the inside corner for a called strike. Count 1-2. Pitch on the way from Forrest. Fastball high. Count now 2-2. Breaking ball missing low and inside. Ball 3. Forrest working quickly. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Come set. Pitch on the way. In there for called strike 3. There are 2 down. Now bring up Roebuck. So Forrest with his 3rd strikeout of the game. That brings up Roebuck. First pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Next pitch from Forrest. Just missing for ball 1. Chopper up the third base line, and it's going to roll foul. Count now 1-2. Roebuck with a sacrifice bunt in his first at-bat. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Forrest with 2 strikeouts in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th with Doan in front, 2-0. Dane Kelsey will lead off for Doan as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch. Gonna be a called strike and the count 0-1. Next pitch. Swung on, chopper, third base side foul. So Kelsey down the count, no balls, 2 strikes. pitch. Called strike 3, and Kelsey down on strikes. That brings up Volcano. First strikeout of the day for Torgerson. So Volcano steps in. Had a base hit in his first at-bat. First pitch is taken for a called strike, and the count 0-1. Next pitch going to be lifted to shallow right. And same result as the first at-bat, a flare single for Volcano. So he's 2 for 2.
Right fielder, Nate Mensick.
And that'll bring up Mensick. Mensick popped up in his first at-bat. Torgerson set. The pitch. It's going to miss outside for ball 1. Next pitch. Fouled back to the backstop. One ball, 1 strike to count for Mensick. Throw over to first. Volcano back in, standing up. Next pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. One and 2 the count. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball to short. Goes to second for 1, relay to first. Not going to be in time.
First baseman Max Harris.
So Volcano out on the fielder's choice. Mensick takes over at first. And I'll bring up Harris. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. The winner's bracket game, Northwestern versus the winner of this one. Red Raiders were a 2-1 victor in the opener today. Wild pitch will allow Mensick to move up to second base. Now runner in scoring position for Harris. Torgerson set the pitch. Called strike. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. The pitch. Swung on, popped up. First base side, foul territory. And it is out of play. Count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 2 down. The kick and pitch. Outside, ball 2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second and Doan in front, 2-0. Torgerson comes set. The pitch. Runs in tight for ball 3. So now a full count to Harris. The Tiger first baseman settles in at the plate. Payoff pitch coming up. Swung on, ground ball to second. Okamoto throws over to first base to end the inning. So for Doan, no runs on a hit, there were no errors, 1 left on. After 4 innings, Doan leads 2-0. Go to the 5th inning. Brown will lead off for Jamestown. Forrest at 65 pitches through 4 innings. First pitch missing low, ball 1. Next pitch. Swung on, lifted into center field. Volcano moves over and makes the catch in left center.
Third baseman Jackson Bonneville.
So there's 1 down. That brings up Bonneville. Bonneville fouled out in his first at bat. And now it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Ryan Muzalar will be the pinch hitter. So Muzalar batting .305.
Pitch hitting for Bonneville, number 2, Ryan Muzalar.
Lays down a bunt, third base line. And it's going to be an infield single for Muzalar. So runner at first with 1 down.
Shortstop Jet Nelson.
That brings up Nelson. Looks like we're going to have another pinch hitter.
Pitch hitting for Nelson. Number 27.
Varen Sabino will will be the pinch hitter. So Sabino steps in. 190 batting average on the year. First pitch, missing outside, ball one. Pick over to first. Muzalar back in safely. Want to know the count. The pitch. Called strike. Count now even at 1-1. Next pitch from Forrest. A swing and a miss. Forrest works his way ahead in the count. A ball and 2 strikes. Muzalar takes his lead off of first. The pitch. Called strike 3, outside corner. They're 2 down. That brings up Akamoto.
Second baseman Ricky Okamoto.
Another throw over to first, and they got Muzalar picked off to end the inning. So for Jamestown, no runs on a hit. There were no errors and no one left on. We go to the bottom of 5 with Doan in front, 2-0. Christian Yanez, the pinch hitter for Doan as we open up the bottom of the 5th. Yanez hitting for Grigsby, the count 1-1. Next pitch. Taken for a called strike in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch swung on, fouled off. Count holds at 1-2. Torgerson comes set. The pitch. Missing outside, ball 2. Pitch going to be taken for a called strike 3. Inez down on strikes. That brings up Amick. Pitch taken high for a ball, and the count 1-0. Pitch taken for a ball. Count is 2-0. Swung on, lifted foul out of play. Count now 2-1. Kick, the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Swung on, liner, and it's going to be caught over at second by Akamoto for out number 2. So I bring up Okayasu. First pitch, called strike. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Pitch taken in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Okayasu. Osborne would bat next if Okayasu extends the inning. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Okayasu down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down for Doan. Go to the 6th inning. Doan leading 2-0. Ben Swimmenson will be the pinch hitter for Jamestown, hitting for Akamoto, and the first pitch swung on and missed. The count 0-1. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Going to have an offensive timeout called. The break in the action. So over in Seward, they are still in the 7th inning. We had that update a little while ago, but still in the 7th, but a lot more runs have been scored. Midland was up 7-3. Now it is Midland 12-6. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Forrest set the pitch. Swung on, chop foul, third base side. Owen to the count. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 for out number 1. So I'll bring up Burke. First pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up. Nevels calls for it, makes the catch. There are 2 down. That brings up Alva. So Alva steps in. Breaking ball, stays high, ball 1. Want to know the count. The pitch, swung on, fouled off at the plate. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. Forrest comes set the pitch. Swung on, lifted into right field. Mensick moving over and makes the catch for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Jamestown. Go to the bottom of the 6th with Doane in front 2-0. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Joe Osborne will lead off for Doane. He's the reason we stand at this 2-0 score. He had a 2-run home run in his last at-bat, an opposite field shot. First pitch swung on, popped up into center field, and it's going to be caught by Burke for out number 1. So I'll bring up Nevels. So the first time that Torgerson able to retire Osborne. So he was 2 for 2 going into that at bat. Brings up Nevels. Takes the first pitch on the outside for a called strike, and the count 0-1. Fastball, swung on and missed. Now the 0-2. That runs inside. Count now 1-2 to Nevels. The pitch in the dirt. Ball 2. Two and two the count. Pitch missing outside, ball 3. So a full count now to Nevels. Torgerson set. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off out of play. Another 3-2 pitch coming up. Swung on, fouled off. So Nevels battling. A week from today, the 2024 NAIA National Opening Round bids will be announced. As Nevels grounds it in the hole at short. Throw across is going to be in time, as Sansora is able to hold the bag over at first on the throw over by Nelson. And that'll bring up Luke LaChance, the Tigers' second baseman. So a week from today, the NAIA Opening Round bids will be announced for baseball. Doane will be a host site for this year's opening round. Tigers will be hosting up in Lincoln at Sherman Field. They'll host one of the 10 brackets for the first time in program history. First pitch to LaChance taken for a called strike. NAIA opening round starts on May 13th. LaChance sends it down the right field line. It's a fair ball. LaChance rounds first. He's headed into second, and the ball got caught up in the tarp down the right field line, so a double for LaChance.
The center fielder, Aaron Volcano.
They'll bring up Volcano, who's 2 for 2. We're going to have a visit to the mound before Volcano steps in. We'll take a break and step away for a moment. So Volcano going to be issued the intentional walk. First pitch is going to be taken for a ball to Mensick. Pitch swung on, fouled off at the plate. One ball, one strike to count. Runners at first and second. 2 down. The pitch. Mensick chases a pitch low and away, and the count now 1-2. That's like trying to add an insurance run for the Tigers here in the 6th. Torgerson comes set. The pitch. Missing high and away. Ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Doan in front 2-0. The pitch. Low and away. Ball 3. So now the runners will be in motion on the upcoming pitch. Harris waits in the on-deck circle for Doan. The payoff pitch is not going to be sent to the plate. It's going to be thrown back to second instead. Chasing LaChance back to second base. Now the 3-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to short. Only play will be to first. Throw over is in time. So for Doan, no runs on a hit. There are no errors, 2 left on. We go to the 7th inning. Doan leading Jamestown 2-0. Middle of the lineup for Jamestown as we go to the 7th inning. Singleton will lead things off. First pitch from Forrest, swung on, hit down the right field line, and it is caught by Mensick or a home run. It's a home run for Singleton. Couldn't tell what the signal of the first base umpire was. So, home run down the right field line for Singleton. That brings up Sansores.
First baseman Julian Sansoros.
We're going to have a pinch hitter first. So Sansores coming to the plate. That'll be R.J. Woods. So Singleton with his 6th home run of the season cuts the lead in half for Doane. Woods coming to the plate, batting .375 on the year and 8 at-bats. First pitch from Forrest is a called strike. Next pitch, called strike inside corner. The count 0-2. Forrest comes set. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Forrest able to get the breaking ball in under the hands of Woods. That brings up Roebuck. Breaking ball, missing inside, ball 1. Forrest set, and the pitch. Fastball popped up. Harris back on the grass on the right field line. Makes the catch for out number 2. Now I'll bring up Brown. So Brown steps in. First pitch, that's going to be lifted into right field. Mensick moving under it, and he makes the catch to win the ball game. So Jamestown a run on a hit. There were no errors and no one left on. So Doane takes this one 2-1. Tigers improved to 36-11 on the season. Jamestown drops to 28-18 on the year. Official game time is 1 hour 36 minutes. Winning pitcher Aaron Forrest, he improves to 10-0 on the season. Kay Torgerson takes the loss. He drops to 7-3. So for Doane, 2 runs on 5 hits. They committed no errors and left 5 on base. Jamestown 1 run on 6 hits. They committed 1 error and left 3 on base. Again, Forrest now 10-0 on the season. Torgerson drops to 7-3. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., it will be Doane versus Northwestern in the winners bracket, as both teams winning 2-1 here today. And then in the consolation bracket at noon, it will be Jamestown and Morningside. We have 3 games scheduled tomorrow. The winner of our first game tomorrow moves into the championship game on Saturday. So a big first game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It's the Red Raiders of Northwestern and the Tigers of Doane. So again, a pair of great pitching matchups today as all four pitchers went the distance in a Northwestern 2-1 win and a Doane 2-1 win. So we'll be back on the air tomorrow at 9 a.m. We invite you to tune in, have some breakfast with the Tigers and the Red Raiders, or have your lunch with the Jimmies and Mustangs at noon. And then we'll have the third game of the day at 3 p.m. So, till tomorrow, Rick Schmecker, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening.